So how many of these situations do you see have to happen until you realize you cannot wait to get rich, to start getting rich? You have to start these philosophies now and have your ratios in place. This is the little hack that I want to give you guys. What's going on, guys? Today I want to talk to you about something that you probably wasn't taught in school. I'm just on my way back from a few errands and I thought I would just chat to you guys, as there's a few stories that I heard recently that really made me think about. Some of you would have been fortunate or lucky enough to figure this out on your own, but there's so many of you that have still not figured these things out. And in this video, what I want to give you is something practical that you can take away, you can start applying in your life that will be so beneficial, such a huge life lesson. So when you think about, all of us have these big goals, you want to achieve them. And normally our focus is purely on how much money can I make, right? I need to earn more money. If I earn more money, it would mean that I can buy this, or I can tick off this goal, or I can achieve that. And we very rarely ever think about our actual spending habits. So we ever rarely think about how much money that we spend on things, and we constantly focus on, yeah, but how much money am I actually making? And I started to realize recently, someone told me this story, that they knew of somebody and they was financing a tracksuit. I'm talking about clothes, financing clothes. And there was other stories about, right, financing tattoos, and then financing, and the list goes on and on and on and on. And it kind of got me thinking. I was like, wow, people are financing tracksuits. People are financing clothes. They're financing tattoos. The list goes on and on and on. Now, what becomes the problem with that? Well, the problem becomes, if that is just your goal and that's how you want to live, fair enough. You know, there's no judgment here. Live how you want to live. But if you're someone, on the other hand, that is talking about goals that you want to achieve, you know, you want to build wealth, you want to be a wealthy individual, and then you're doing things like this and you're wondering why you're not building any wealth, or you're not actually progressing in life, it's because of your bad spending habits. It's not about how much money you're making, it's about how you're actually spending your money. And we're not taking a moment to actually look at, well, what am I spending my money on? Actually look into your finances. I'll give you a very, very simple hack in just a moment that will help you out. So think about it from that perspective. The next time you think about, right, I need to earn more money, firstly, get your house in order. Get your house in order and think about how much are you actually spending and what is it actually on. And something that you definitely wasn't taught in school, I know I wasn't, is the power of small numbers. The amount of people that will not invest their money into anything because they think they don't have enough money. So what I mean by that, let's say there's a cryptocurrency or there's a stock that you want to invest in. You might think, well, I only have £500, I only have £1,000. For me to make X amount of money, it would have to go to this, or it would have to go to this price. So what do? You procrastinate, you do nothing, and you end up wasting that money anyway, because you're waiting for yourself to get rich to then start investing. It's backwards. It's the wrong way around. That would be like literally waiting to get ripped to then start eating healthy. You have to start first. It's exactly the same thing. And the way I always like to explain it is, this is what I wish I was taught in school, was that, let's say for example you have, I don't know, Amazon. Let's say Amazon was at $1, right? You believe in it, you've done your studying, you've looked at the balance sheets, or like whatever research that you conduct in order to make this investment. You've looked at that and said, I really like it, I can see the future in it, but I feel like I don't have enough money. How do you know, or how do I know, or how does anyone know how long that is going to stay at that price? Yet you think, well, £500 or $1,000 or whatever it is, surely it can't turn into that much. But the reality is, you have money to invest every month. Now, I'm assuming that you're working, right? How much of that, and this is when I get into ratios, how much are you actually investing into that? How much percentage are you taking from your income and then putting either into yourself, investing into yourself, or investing into other things for the longer term? What if it stayed at $1 or $2 for 4 years, or fluctuated within that region? You may have accumulated 15,000, you may have accumulated £20,000 of an investment, and then in the future when it does actually shift and it moves, suddenly your £20,000 worth $500,000. And the reason why we know that is because we've seen investments do that. So how many of these situations do you see have to happen until you realize you cannot wait to get rich, to start getting rich? You have to start these philosophies now and have your ratios in place. This is the little hack that I want to give you guys. For the next 90 days, I want you to really be hyper aware, hyper granular with how you're spending your money. Be lean. Stop wasting your money on things that have no contribution towards your goals. So what I want you to do is very simple. Look at your goals, and I'm assuming you're serious about your life, so you actually have a list of goals, that you've written out your list of goals, you've got them in excruciating detail, you know what you want to be, what you want to do, what you want to have, you've got your vision, and you actually have clarity, you feel really good about that. Then you want to start to track for the next 90 days, what money that you're spending, what has it got anything to do with those goals? And then you might be thinking, okay, interesting, I can already guarantee that I'm actually not doing anything. So then now you want to do the next part. So part 2 of that is go and look over the last 90 days. Look over the last 90 days of your finances and categorize them. Categorize them into, simple things, like, for example, it might be fast food, it might be leisure, going out, it might be clothes, it could be anything, literally anything, right? Because we all have different patterns, different countries, different cultures. You spend your money on different things. But try to find any categories that you can see that are regular and categorize them off. Then look at how much money you're spending on those, and then look at your ratios. What percentages are there? So you might find, and you could be quite shocked, that 20% of your outgoings is spent on something like fast food. Think about how crazy that is, but you don't know it. Most people are sitting there wondering why, scratching their head thinking, I'm not wealthy yet, I'm not making any money. Yet they've got these awful, terrible spending habits that we're not even aware to. Now, you can't be aware of it if you actually don't know how to fix it. So I'll be really curious, let me know in the comments as well, if you go and do this exercise and you actually find, wow, I'm literally wasting so much money on crap that has nothing to do and will not contribute towards my long-term success. So how on earth can you have the audacity to think you're going to achieve those goals? Yet you're not even spending any money. I mean, what are your ratios on investing in yourself? You want to be financially wealthy, yet how much money are you actually spending on actually investing in yourself towards your future? And these are the questions that you need to ask yourself. I wish I was taught that in school, because if I did, I would have been more successful even faster. Guys, really simple. I wanted to share this message with you. I hope it resonates with you and it wakes a lot of you up to realize that you are in more control over your future than what you might think. There is power in small numbers. Get your ratios right, you'll be amazed at how much you can accomplish. Catch you in the next one, guys.